Are you discouraged because you haven't arrived? By Kathy Collard Miller. And I am sure of this, that he who began a good work in you will bring it to completion at the day of Jesus Christ. Philippians chapter 1, verse 6. Someone once said, "A perfectionist is a person who takes great pains and passes them on to others." Sometimes we're the ones who experience the great pains when we are discouraged because we haven't arrived. We aren't as far along in our spiritual growth as we expected, or we keep falling into the same temptation and swear we will never succumb again. Yes, those stumbles are discouraging, but God included in His Word encouragement for those of us who pour contempt upon ourselves. A primary passage of truth about God's perspective is found in Philippians. Let's examine the message in those verses. We will never become perfect on this earth. We'll always be in process. And I am sure of this, that he who began a good work in you will bring it to completion at the day of Jesus Christ. Chapter 1, verse 6. Seek excellence, not perfection. Excellence is doing the best we can with what we already have learned and is attainable. In contrast, perfection means never sinning and is unattainable. And it is my prayer that your love may abound more and more with knowledge and all discernment, so that you may approve what is excellent, and so be pure and blameless for the day of Christ. Chapter 1, verses 9 and 10. After we become a Christian, we'll be dependent upon God's continuing work. Therefore, my beloved, as you have always obeyed, so now, not only as in my presence, but much more in my absence, work out your own salvation with fear and trembling. For it is God who works in you, both to will and to work for His good pleasure. Chapter 2, verses 12 through 13. Continue to learn. God uses our circumstances to develop more contentment. I know how to be brought low, and I know how to abound. In any and every circumstance, I have learned the secret of facing plenty and hunger, abundance and need. Chapter 4, verse 12. In addition, Paul writes to the Corinthians, "And we all, with unveiled face, beholding the glory of the Lord, are being transformed into the same image from one degree of glory to another." 2 Corinthians chapter 3, verse 18. Seeing God's glory in our process of growth can encourage us, knowing we won't arrive here on earth. But God isn't discouraged. He knows His plan and wants to prevent our pride and self-dependence if we think we have arrived. Of the verses quoted, which one is most encouraging to you? Why? Is it difficult or easy for you to accept God doesn't expect you to become perfect here on this earth? Why? What do the verses speak to you about God's patience and joy in your process of growth?